Hello there, welcome back to the Closet Historian. Today I have another thrifting haul for you all. I know you're thinking, didn't you just do a thrift haul? And I did, but that was my thrifting haul from just my birthday. Those were all the things I found out thrifting on my birthday last month. I'll put a card up to that video here. So that was just one day of thrifting, and this is actually the rest of the things I picked up during the month of July. So these were a couple other thrifting trips. I picked up some more stuff during July, so I just thought I would show those to you before, I start thrifting here in August. I'm sure I'll find some more things this month. I just can't keep away from thrifting now. We know I'm all about it, but I'll just jump in and show you what I got last month. And the first item I have to show you all today is this gorgeous navy blue silk skirt. I saw this hanging on the rack and I thought, ooh, polyester. And then I pulled it off the rack and I was like, oh no, ooh, 100% silk. Wait a minute. It has all this gorgeous pin tucking and seaming up here at the top of the skirt, and then the gores really flare out, so it has this lovely fluid drape to it. And I looked inside and I saw it's actually a DKNY skirt, so it's a little bit of a mid-range designer label and 100% silk, and I was like, oh, I have to try that on. So I did, and it is too big for me. As you can see from these clips here, the skirt is definitely too big for me, but for only, I think it was original price $7, so half off on a Saturday, it was only, $3.50 for $3.50 for 100% silk DKNY skirt. I had to spring for it. I am going to be including this in a future thrift flip video where I will take it in and make it fit me. Probably going to be doing like a very good, I'm going to try and do a very nice and patient job putting the zipper and redoing the seams on this guy. Hopefully I'll be able to just take it in using the back seam because there is so much seaming going on. I don't really want to mess with all these pin tucks and things like that. So we'll see how I end up fixing this in my next thrift flip video. But it was just too gorgeous to leave behind, even though it was too big for me. I know I should have left it behind for the next person, but sometimes, even I am greedy. So I took this one home with me and I'm going to try and fix it and make it fit me. I just thought it was so 1930s looking with all this like Art Deco seaming and 100% silk. I just couldn't leave it behind. The second item I have to show you today is this Alfred Dunner button-down shirt. It's kind of like a shirt blouse combo sort of thing. It has this nice sheer fabric. This is a poly rayon blend actually, and we know I don't like to buy polyester, but because it was this interesting textile, I thought I could get away with it, and it would still be quite breathable despite being polyester because of that sheer quality going on. And this has all the good qualities of a white button-down shirt or an ivory button-down shirt. They match nearly everything. You can style them so many ways. Here I'm showing this one with a red circle skirt and then also with a pair of black high-waisted pants. I think a shirt like this, either in a solid or in a fun, almost more textural kind of almost print like this, is a really good addition to your closet. You can wear them with anything. You can dress them up. You can dress them down. And I'm very happy to have picked this one up because I am always on the lookout for white shirts now because I have so many ivory and like tan, that sort of spectrum blouses, and I don't have very many white blouses, so I have a couple things in my closet that I can only wear with white, so I've been on the lookout for more white things, and I was really happy to be able to pick this one up. This one was, again, $7, so half of that, just $3.50 for a really nice top that I'll get a lot of use out of in my wardrobe. And moving back to silk for our next item, this is a really pretty dark green silk blouse from a company called Mondi Fashion, which when I looked it up said it was like pretty popular in the 80s and 90s apparently, and it has this lovely monogram here that gives it a little bit more of a like collegiate or like upper class Ralph Lauren-y sort of vibe to it, which I don't usually go for the kind of like traditionally preppy sort of stuff like that, but I thought I could get away with wearing it with wool skirts and with other things in the fall time. I also am always on the lookout now for things for a Slytherin lookbook because I know a lot of people have been interested in that idea for fall, and so I'm going to try and pull a couple of items together to do a Slytherin lookbook, and I thought this would work perfectly, of course, being the right color and the sort of bouginess of the monogram sort of works for that Slytherin sort of aesthetic if we're honest. But I thought this would be great with a lot of my plaid skirts in the fall and winter time, so that's how I'm showing it styled here. I have it with one of my like more colorful plaid skirts with a navy beret and navy shoes here, and then also with a Prince of Wales, like more neutral gray and black check pencil skirt. I think, you can wear this with almost any style of skirt. I think you can also wear this tied at the waist like I like to do with jeans, for example. So again, nothing like a button-down shirt or blouse for versatility. I was really happy to pick this one up. This one was only $5.99, so it was $3 because of the half-off tag sale on a Saturday. So I think this color is just fabulous. I think it's going to work really good for that Slytherin lookbook, and I'm really happy to have picked it up. Next, I have this 100% cotton button-down short sleeve shirt. It has a little bit of flower embroidery detail here on the pocket. This one is from Liz Sport. I'm not sure if this is like a late 80s or like 90s shirt, but I'm assuming it's from the time period because it is cut so oversized, because this fits me and I'm a size large, but it's labeled a size small, which just goes to show why you should look through multiple sections at the thrift store and just, you know, even if you're not a size small, look through the smalls, because you'll never know when you find something that's labeled small but fits a large. So, you know, thrifting, it's kind of a strange game when it comes to sizing. I just kind of look through everything because you never know when you're going to find something that's supposed to not fit you but does. And, you know, it's good to look through everything, I think. Again, an ivory button-down shirt in cotton like this is going to match all things. I like to have a variety of sleeve lengths and colors, you know, everything from white to khaki and everything in between. So this is another sort of vanilla colored ivory one for my collection to have in my wardrobe to pull, to pair with any skirt, any pair of pants, really. Again, white and ivory button downs match all things. And this one was only $4, so $2 with the half off sale. So again, for $2, a really nice quality shirt like this is something I'm always going to want to add to my closet until I just run out of room, honestly. Next up, I have a couple of pairs of shorts in like sort of khaki-ish colors. Safari shorts. I haven't really done a lot of effort with styling these here because we kind of know what I'm after when I get these now. I don't think I'll be needing to get any more safari shorts for a while. I was quite successful in picking up pleated front, sort of safari style, camp style shorts this year. I picked up a couple of pairs earlier in the year, and then I did get these lovely linen ones here, which are like almost like a burlappy kind of color and thick linen texture, very like rugged and outdoorsy, which is always nice. And these ones were only $3.99, so again, $2. So I always feel like, you know, I'm not quite sure about this style of short on me, like is it flattering? I kind of don't care if it's flattering anymore. I kind of just like the look, whether or not it's like making me look thin or whatever. I really like the safari look. I'm willing to look camp, literally and figuratively, when wearing shorts like this, especially for only $2. It's a look I don't mind trying on. That's a nice thing about the thrift store as well. If you want to try a look and like you think you like it in the store, but you're just not sure, like you're only out $2 if it ends up that you don't wearing them. So if I end up not wearing these very much, at least I'm only out $2. But if it's a look I want to try playing around with more and trying to be a little more flexible with my style in the summer, letting myself wear shorts and things like that. So I was happy to find these linen ones. They're very outdoorsy and fun. And then I did pick up another pair that are in green, and these ones have a fun cuff on the bottom, and again, that sort of pleated front. These do need a button replacement up here at the waist, so I will have to do that. And then I do think I should probably wear this one with a belt because it has these really thick belt loops up here, so I'll probably wear these ones with a belt. But these ones were only $2.99, so again, $1.50 with the 50% off for these. So even if I don't end up wearing them, it won't be too bad, but I am going to try and figure out a way to make these, style these and make them work for me. Now, I did pick up another pair of shorts thrifting in July, and they were these crazy little tropical print, like pleated flute, like almost like skirt-like shorts. And you're thinking like, what are you thinking there, Esposito? Like, what have you done? But when I saw this, it just made me think of like these, I'll put these images here on the screen, of like girls wearing little floaty shorts like this in the 1940s, or like girls or women, I suppose, wearing shorts like these in the 1940s. I've seen a lot of like play suits where it's like a matching crop top and short, similar to this one, or like little shorts that look almost like a skirt like this. And I thought I could get away with making these look quite 40s. Something about it's just like 1940s beachy Hawaii time to me. And these are actually rayon. I don't think I would have gone for them if they weren't rayon. If they were like polyester, I would have been like, no, it's too much of a stretch. But because they're rayon too, it's like almost a 40s thing. So again, it adds a little bit more of a 1940s spin on this, which of course these are from the 80s or 90s. They're actually from a brand called Carol Anderson Collection, whoever they were. But I just thought maybe I could make these work, and so I wanted to give them a try. These were only $4, so $2 with the 50% off, and I thought for $2 I would play around with the look and see if it worked kind of how I was envisioning them in my head. You'll have to let me know if you think it looks 40s in the end in the comments below. Next up, I have these Jones Sport Authentic Dry Goods Genuine Quality thick denim mom jeans. That's right. I did mention in my last video where I was talking about the Blouse acid wash mom jeans I picked up that I had picked up another pair in July, and these are them. These ones are a little bit darker than those, a little bit more of a traditional denim color. The other ones I picked up have a little bit more of a like extra blue, extra acid wash. These ones are a little bit less 80s. Not really though, let's be honest. But I quite like these thick denim high-waisted mom jeans. So I was really glad to pick up another pair. Now I have 2 pairs and I feel like, you know, that's good. I would like, of course, a pair in dark wash, but we'll see if I can find them out there in the wild. Maybe for fall they'll be putting out more dark denim and I'll be able to find something. But I don't think, you know, they were as common to have dark washed versions of these in the 80s and 90s when they were popular. So it's easier to find, I think, the lighter wash ones, even though these aren't very easy to find either. And these ones I actually picked up for, let's see, $6.99. So they were $7, $3.50 with the 50% off. That's why I shop Saturdays at ARC here in Denver. It's 50% off all tags, or most all tags. So that's why I go shopping on Saturdays at the thrift store, because everything's 50% off. So I don't even want to pay full price when I'm thrifting. But I was happy to pick up another pair of mom jeans, especially because I was looking for them for so long. These were the first ones I found last month, and I was super, super jazzed to have them. And then when I found those other pair, the Blouse ones for my last haul, I was like, cool, now I have 2 pairs, good to go. And I did pick up a couple of dresses last month. So this is the first one I have to show you. This is just a little tiny polka dot, navy and white little dress with some gathering up here on a yoke at the neck, and then the shearing or like stretch at the waist. So very, very comfortable with this kind of a finish. Again, this is another like 80s or 90s dress that I think looks quite 40s when styled appropriately. This one was actually $9.99, so it was $5. One of the more expensive items of the day, but I just thought it would be so great to dress down and very comfortable for like perhaps, you know, driving in the car all day for some reason, or like on a plane. Very good to like still look a little bit more polished and, you know, be wearing a dress. Things look a little bit like you put some effort in, but still very, very comfortable for me. So I'm always happy to pick up a rayon dress if I think I can make it look 40s with the styling. This next item is just a long nylon skirt slip in black. This one was $1.99, so just $1 for a nice long skirt slip. I was looking to try and find a long black full-length slip with the top as well online, and I just couldn't see anyone selling nice full-length slips, so I wanted to make sure I went and checked out that section when I was at the thrift store last month, and I did find this full-length black slip for only $1, and so I was happy to pick this up. I would still love a full-length slip, I guess, like something you would wear underneath a maxi dress or underneath an evening gown, which is the reason I wanted one, because I do have some black rayons in my stash, my fabric stash, that I would, you know, like to make maybe a black 1940s evening gown out of, but they are a little bit sheer, so I wanted something to be able to wear underneath that, hence looking for a black skirt slip. Happy to find one for only $1. Speaking of black dresses, here's a little just stretch jersey modern black dress with some side draping I picked up. This, of course, is not very vintage at all. The nice thing about having vintage hair and makeup sometimes is like no matter what you're wearing, even if it's something quite modern like this, it will still look a little bit retro just because you're wearing red lipstick and people are like not used to seeing red lipstick. So things always do tend to look a little bit more retro just because of retro hair and makeup. But this, I don't think I can style this in a particularly vintage way ever. I just thought it looked comfy and a little bit interesting. And those of you who have watched some of my older videos might have heard me refer to the other side of my, like the small portion of my closet that is not vintage, is like, I call it lounge goth, where it's just like drapey black jersey things, which is like the hanger-on from my wish I was an emo / goth kid in high school days, which, you know, always in the back of your mind wishing you could have more black things in your closet. And this, strangely enough, I kind of bought to be a date dress. Now, those of you, again, who've been here a while know that I don't normally date at all, but I'm thinking about trying it possibly next year, and I tried this on and it made me feel good. So I thought, you know, potentially future dress that I could wear on a date. Not usually why I'm shopping, but apparently I was feeling brave that day, and so I picked up this dress. This one was listed at $8, so I got it for $4, and you know, always happy to have a $4 dress. Can't go wrong there. And another black gown I picked up while out thrifting in July was this, looks like a black hole on the viewfinder, honestly. I'll have to just show you the footage. You have actually seen this one before if you have watched my Adventurous Evenings video. I'll put a card up to that lookbook as well, but I did buy this to wear for that video. I was trying to remember to look at the evening wear this last month when I was out thrifting because I knew I was going to make that video. Many of you have asked me to show how to style evening wear, and I just don't have a lot of evening wear, so I wanted to try and pick some up. This one was $10 at the thrift store, so I got it for $5. I think that's pretty good. Of course, this is just a like polyester, like crepey stretch jersey. It's not like a very fancy fabric. It's not a very fancy evening gown, but I think it does look quite fancy when styled appropriately with some vintage jewelry and more of a vintage vibe going for it. This one is actually a little bit too big for me even, so it's very comfortable. So if anyone wants to take me out to like a fancy jazz bar or like a nice dinner, you know, call me and I'll wear this. Okay? And the last clothing item I have to show you all today, you have again seen before in that adventurous evenings video, but I will show it here styled with silver this time because I styled it with gold in that video. But this is a, you know, crazy beaded, super sexy evening dress that I picked up for that video just because, again, I needed more evening wear to wear for that evening styling video. And so I was looking at the evening dresses and I happened to find this and I thought there's no way that that's going to fit me. And it actually kind of fits like a glove. So that was a nice surprise. This actually is a 100% silk dress. The lining is certainly not silk. This is all polyester lining on the inside, but the outside, the shell, as they label it, is actually silk chiffon. It's actually a very pretty dark royal purple color, and then all the beads on this are teal. So it gives it a very like royal blue look from far away, but up close, it is actually royal purple and teal. It's just a trick of the eye, making it look blue from far away. But of course, I like all three of those colors, teal, purple, and blue. So this is kind of a mix of those. And I just love how crazy and sparkly this is. Of course, in that video, I tried to style it in more like Cleopatra 1930s-ish way. This is definitely like a sexy 90s or early 2000s prom dress, basically. I did look up this brand, which is Scala, on the internet. And it seems that their dresses go for anywhere from like $400 to $800 sometimes. So I got this for a pretty great deal, seeing as it was $29, but half off of that, so $15. $15 for a beaded silk evening dress that fits me like a glove. I'll take it, especially in this gorgeous jewel tone like this. Again, I have nowhere to wear this dress. I bought it because some of you have been asking to see evening wear, so I was looking for evening wear. That's really the only reason I bought this. I don't have an occasion. I don't have a place to wear this, but I now have an evening dress in my closet, so if anyone invites me to the Grammys, you know, randomly, I probably wouldn't go. I'm not sure I like a lot of popular music enough to sit through it, but I would have something to wear, you know? I really have nowhere to wear this. It's just too fun to pass up when you find an evening dress, I guess, that fits you perfectly. So I'm glad you guys, basically, making lookbooks gave me an excuse to buy this dress, so thank you all for letting me feel like I could indulge in a beaded evening gown for no freaking reason. So that's it for the clothes, but I did pick up a few accessories in July as well, starting with this brown braided leather belt. Of course, these were very common in the 1980s and 90s, and you know, you still see this kind of style today even. This one's from Talbot's and is genuine leather. It's a size small, but I wear them at my waist, so I always try and get small belts really, because I'm wearing them at my waist, not like around the hips or on jeans or something like that. I'm always wearing them as a waist belt, but this one just has like no condition issues. It looks freaking brand new. And this was $4.99, so it was only $2.50 with that 50% off. Always looking for belts I can wear with my adventure style stuff, so that's why I got this one. The next belt I have to show you is just this navy blue covered buckle leather belt from Liz Claiborne. This one was $5.99, so $3 with that 50% off. And I just didn't have a navy leather belt, so just wanted to pick one up since I'm always looking to like complete the rainbow of covered buckle leather belts in my collection, so I'm always on the lookout for them. I'd love to find one of these in suede, but I guess I'll settle for leather this time. And this last belt is a little bit more, like the condition isn't as nice, I should say. It's coming apart a little bit more, and the buckle is a little bit big for my taste, which kind of gives it away as being 80s as opposed to like 40s or 50s, but I just didn't have a baby pink belt like this, and I do have a pink bag, so I wanted a pink belt to pair with that pink bag to like complete, you know how I like to complete accessory sets, so that was the idea behind getting this one, and this one was only $1.99, so even though it's not in the best of condition, I didn't feel bad getting it because it was only 99 cents basically in the end. For $1, I thought that was a pretty good deal. I don't wear pink very often, but if I ever decide to style an outfit with pink accessories, now I will have a belt for that, so it's just good to have these things available for styling, in my opinion, especially when you can pick them up for so cheap. I did pick up a couple of scarves last month as well. This one's just a sort of muted olive tones in this paisley silk. Of course, this is actually a genuine silk scarf, and this one was $6, so I got it for $3. I don't usually buy long scarves, but the nice thing about long scarves actually is that when you kind of arrange them at the neck how you like, and then you can tuck this into your skirt waistband if you're like wearing this underneath a jacket. So let's say you're wearing a suit jacket and you want this like arranged artfully at the neck, which is how I often wear scarves in the winter or the fall time. Then you can like tuck the ends of this long scarf into your skirt waistband, which keeps it nice and tucked underneath your jacket. So that is kind of the nice thing about longer scarves like this. I try and buy square scarves, but every once in a while I end up with a rectangle one, and this was just one of those times. This next one is a bit bright, but I guess I was feeling, you know, tropical that day. This kind of reminds me of like tile work along the Mediterranean or something. I thought this would look good with some of my adventure style outfits if I needed a pop of jewel tones, and it does have a bit of gold detailing along the design as well. And this one is another silk scarf, so of course I like picking up silk ones, and it was only $4, so $2 for a really fun, colorful silk scarf. Never know when you might need to throw on a little more color with an outfit, you know? And then the last scarf I picked up in July was this little 1950s, 1960s nylon number in navy. I just didn't have a blue one of these yet, so I was happy to pick one up, especially for 50 cents. So, you know, I try and collect a whole rainbow of these. I just didn't have navy blue yet, so happy to find it. Now, the last two items I have to show you today are actually, I was very surprised to find them out there in the wild because I never find gloves that fit me out shopping in the real world. The only way I ever find gloves that fit me is by ordering them online, because then I can only buy size 7.5 or 8 gloves, which is my glove size. But to find white gloves in good condition that aren't stained and that fit me at the thrift store was kind of wild to me. And so these ones were $5. So I got them for $2.50 for a new pair of white nylon gloves with some fun like seaming on them. I'm not sure you can see that with the lights probably blowing it out, but it's got these like lines of seaming down the top of these ones that are a little bit more, I don't know, sporty. I feel it's nice to have a little bit of detailing on these ones, but I just never find gloves at the thrift store. I've never even seen gloves at the thrift store at the ones I go to. So I was shocked to find some that are nice in condition, good condition, and fit me as well. So that was wild, and I actually found 2 pairs that day. So these ones are definitely nylon, and these ones I think are nylon too, but they feel and look a lot more like cotton. So they're kind of like a nylon mimicking cotton here, and these ones look more like a 50s glove to me. They've got like I don't usually like this where the seams are on the outside of the fingers, but again, for like $3.99, so these were $2. I'm happy to find gloves that fit me for $2 anytime, especially when they're like nice ivory gloves that are not stained. Everything about these surprised me, so I was really happy to pick these up. We all know how I love collecting gloves here on this channel. For those of you who haven't seen my full glove collection and are interested in a long video of me modeling gloves, I will put a card up to my glove collection video. But of course, these 2 pairs aren't in that video now because I've just kept buying them, even though, you know, my collection, you would think, seems quite complete. But when you see things like this at the thrift store for such a bargain, and they just like happen to be your size, I guess I rarely see real vintage when I'm at the thrift store, like anything older than the 70s. So when I do, I'm like, oh my God, real 50s things at the thrift store. And I just get blinded by the fact that I don't need more ivory gloves, but picked them up anyway. So those were the items I picked up in the month of July out thrifting. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I would style them and my rambling on about why I may have picked things up. I do like being able to style the items for you to show what I have in mind when I'm out thrifting, and why I select the things that I do and bring them home with me to be in my wardrobe. I am, however, kind of reaching my limit on how many ivory blouses I should be buying for myself, but I do kind of want to keep thrifting, and I don't want to leave those finds behind, so I am considering buying things and opening up an online shop, possibly filling my Etsy store with some thrifted finds, things that aren't my size or just things that would be kind of a duplicate for me now, but things like, you know, the things that I would thrift, but instead of keeping them, passing them on to my shop and passing them on to other people, and possibly making a whole new side hustle for myself, because we know I just don't have enough. So if you guys would be interested, let me know how you feel about that. Like if I were to open up an online shop selling the kind of things that I thrift out there in the world, would you be interested in that kind of thing? I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. If I were to open an online shop selling my thrifted finds, how would you feel about that? Put your opinion in the comments below, thanks. But I digress as usual. In any case, thank you for watching today, and I will see you again here on the channel real soon. Bye.